Hi, and welcome back in the wonderful world of Raidborn, which is a first-person sandbox action RPG with a physics-based combat system, uniquely random-generated places, housing, pets, and much more. And this time I really brought some cool stuff with me regarding the combat system, because I implemented some new features, and at the end I will also show you a whole fight against an enemy character, with everything set up with the physical impact system in place, a little bit tweaked, sound effects, and the new features, which I will show you now. And the first thing is, I thought, hey, I think it's a little bit overpowered if you can kick the enemies and they ragdoll all the time. This is just a little bit too strong, and I really can counter that, and it will be boring. You can just kick everybody around. It is fun, no doubt, but it's just overpowered. So I thought, I have to come up with a solution, and my solution for that is that I implemented a paralyze system. So if you kick them, they get paralyzed, and if you kick them when they're paralyzed, then you can ragdoll them, and then they fall to the ground and you can attack them on the ground, which I will also add later, because that functionality wasn't there yet, that you can attack the enemies while they're lying on the ground. And the paralyze system, of course, will change a little bit, because at the moment he paralyzes all the time, and I would like to make it so he, if you kick an enemy, he paralyzes just randomly, so that feature doesn't get overpowered. Okay, so the first thing I had to do was, of course, to create a paralyze animation for the characters. So when you kick them, they have an effect going on above their head, which you will see later, and they also play that animation, which you see me creating in the background. Okay, then it was time to implement that coding-wise, and to also implement animation, and that is the final result I came up with. That is how it is going to look in the game, most likely. I will of course tweak this a little bit, play around with values, make the visuals a little bit different, stuff like that, but ultimately I think that system will definitely make it in the game. Okay, then as mentioned already, I implemented that you can attack enemies while they are lying on ground, which of course is a very fundamental functionality which is needed, because you can kick the enemies, you can ragdoll them, they're lying on the ground, and they're helplessly lying there, and you need to attack them so you have a benefit of actually ragdolling them. Although I have to say, I think just seeing them ragdoll is enough of a reward actually, but still, it's a very fundamental functionality, and yeah, I added it, and here it is. The next thing I would like to show you is something not so nice, but I thought, hey, I at least want to show it once, because sometimes you just experience bugs, and I think I did something similar already when I showed you that level that had really low FPS, which was very annoying. But I want to show you how a bug can look like, and how you approach that bug, and that is annoying. Because I had that bug, which you can see in the background, that when I attack the enemy and if I kick him and he's lying on the ground, I walk around him and stand in front of him, that for some reason he stands up, he draws his weapon, but he has no weapon, and he's just standing there and not following me. And it's weird sometimes to just start your game and, you know, did some stuff which has nothing to do with AI, and then out of nowhere your AI stops working, and you think, why the hell is that happening? And I had something similar where the AI just attacks me without having a weapon attached or just standing around. It was really weird, and honestly I don't remember what the issue was. But I just want to show you that is how game development also is like. It's not always you code something, let's make some typing sounds, I'm coding this and then it works and everything's fine. No way, okay? But I think everybody who's programmed knows that already, but just saying, okay? And last but not least, let me show you what I've promised at the beginning, which is a complete fight against a skeleton with sound effects, particles, everything. And I think this really gives a good first impression of what the combat system is going to look like. Although I have to say, of course, there are no traps, it's just like a one-on-one battle. But I think it looks pretty cool. I'm very curious, really, what you think about it. And if you find it as cool as I do, and if you are hyped for that game, because I am, okay, I am, I know it's my own game, and it's a little bit weird, but I am hyped for that, how it will feel and look in the very end with levels and everything. It's going to be very exciting. So once again, I know it's sad, but that's the end of the video. I know it's crazy, right, man? Unbelievable. But that's how it is, and I hope you had a great time watching, and I hope you had a lot of fun. And I also hope that's something, I mean, I hope that you enjoyed the video, but something I really would love to see is that you enjoy playing the game when it's out. So tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about all the mechanics. What am I missing? What can I improve? Because that game is just, it's my life, you know, I love it and I'm dedicated to it, and I really hope it will make it and it will help me being an indie developer for a longer time than just developing this game. You know, I would like to do this in the future as well, and I can only do this if that game in any way financially is a success, at least a bit, at least that I can make a living of it. But I'm not asking for anything, okay? I want to make the game good, and I want to make it as good that people just have to play it because it's so good. That's what I would like to do. Okay, that's it so far. Stay cool, and see you next time.